we were talking about life growing up as a Gen Xer and how everybody smoked, right? And everywhere you went, there was smoke. Every holiday that we ever got together with everybody, there was just fucking a haze of smoke hanging in the house. My parents smoked in the car. Renee and I smoked in the car when we first had kids. I mean, that's how we were raised. It is what it is. Anyway, this person came in and said, used to be able to smoke everywhere, office buildings, airplanes, everywhere. Yes, fucking everywhere you could smoke. So, for example, my high school, and I went to high school in the late 80s. We used to sit on the steps right outside the back door of the school with the doors propped open, smoking. Teachers would come out and have cigarettes with us. That's not an exaggeration. It's not hyperbole. It's not a joke. The doors would be propped open on the front and back of the school to let fresh air through, and we would just pop out there sometimes in between classes, sometimes on our lunch break, and we would just have a smoke. Teachers would come out and sit with us and bullshit because they were having a smoke too. You used to be able to smoke in airplanes. Yeah, absolutely. Here's one. Restaurants. We used to love going to a place here in the western suburbs of Chicago called Omega. There was a bunch of different Omegas around, but there was the one we went to was out here, in the western suburbs, up by Roselle. And we would go there when we were on our way to see my mother-in-law on Sunday morning. We would stop in, we'd have a little meal, and we would sit in the smoking section. The front half of the restaurant was non-smoking, and the back half of the restaurant was smoking. And there was nothing dividing us. So I could, sitting at my table, smoking my cigarette, lean over and go, can I get your ketchup? We're out of ketchup. To a non-smoking table. What's going to stop the smoke from going over there? You could smoke in fucking hospitals back in the day. You could smoke everywhere back in the day. Used to be. You guys ever watched the movie with Robert De Niro, Midnight Run? Robert De Niro was a heavy smoker in that video, or in that movie. That video. And where you see him smoking in that movie is absolutely correct. He smoked on the plane. He smoked on the Greyhound bus. He smoked in the restaurant. When they got to LAX and they got off the plane and they were coming down the escalator to go through the main part of the airport, you're lighting up a butt. You could smoke everywhere back in the day. It wasn't you had to go outside. And when they changed it so that you couldn't smoke in certain places, and you had to go outside, it was right outside the door. It wasn't this, you got to be 15 foot away thing from the door, which is what it is in a lot of places nowadays. Yeah, you could smoke everywhere. Was it right? Of course not. It's just the way it was. It's just the way it was. The hospital where my daughter Lily was born I believe they had a smoking lounge still when she was born, and she's just 21 years old. Yeah, you could smoke. Didn't matter. You could smoke fucking everywhere. You could be at the DMV talking to the lady behind the counter, and you could both have a butt. It's just the way it was.